Everyone, let's talk about holiness. Therefore, prepare your minds for action. Discipline yourselves. Set all your hope on the grace that Jesus Christ will bring when he's revealed. Like obedient children, don't be conformed to the desires that you formerly held in ignorance. Instead, as he who called you is holy, be holy yourselves in all your conduct. For it is written, you shall be holy, for I am holy. If you invoke as Father the one who judges impartially according to each person's work, live in reverence during the time of your exile. You know that you were ransomed from a futile conduct inherited from your ancestors, not with perishable things like silver or gold, but with the precious blood of Christ, like that of a lamb without defect or blemish. He was destined before the foundation of the world, but was revealed at the end of the ages for your sake. Through him you have come to trust in God, who raised him from the dead and gave him glory, so that your trust and hope are in God. All right, so who out there feels holy? Willing to use that word to describe yourself. Peter makes it sound really simple, right? God is holy, so you be holy, right? Just do it. More often, in my experience, we don't claim that label for ourselves, and the only time we do use it for people is as an insult, right? Oh, you're just a holy roller, or you think you're holier than thou. So, I don't know, is holiness something that we should hope for? Is it something that we can hope for? I think it's important to recognize that at its core, its foundation, holiness is something that's given, not something that's earned. It's something that comes as a gift through Jesus Christ. This idea he mentions here of being ransomed. It's about being bought back from, in this case, the non-life-giving ways of thinking that we all seem to be stuck in so often. That's what God's always wanted. God has always wanted us to be whole. And I think that's maybe the best way to think about holiness, that instead of living the kind of divided lives where we want one thing but do other things, we have this wholeness in who we are and how we live. That's holy. And God did all of this ransoming, this giving Jesus, so that we could live in a new way, which means that what you do does matter. He talks about judgment here, but judgment shouldn't be a source of fear. It's really about giving us final clarity on ourselves and our actions. I think it may not sound like the easiest thing, but it should be something that we all want. Because, as he says several times, God is worthy of trust. Now, I know that's hard because a lot of times we've been given, frankly, pretty untrustworthy pictures of God, a God who is angry or judgmental or violent. Yeah, it's pretty hard to trust a God like that. But we're not meant to live in fear. Instead, we live in awe of what God has done out of God's great love and mercy. And when we live out of that, I think holiness is something that we will find.